Good morning, all. Hoping that everybody is enjoying their weekend. A couple of days back, I said that I watched Tucker Carlson's interview in Holy Land. That would be the Jordanian side of the Holy Land. I don't think he's welcome in Israeli side. In any case, I was watching it. It was very eye opening for me. A whole bunch of stuff that I myself did not know, even though I am originally from Middle East. Uh, but I also noticed that Tucker uh, wasn't aware of a whole bunch of common concepts between Christianity and Islam. So I thought I record this video to just point out a few of these for people to know. Uh, and so that's that. So let me start by my own faith. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not Christian. I don't practice any of these religions. I do have my own faith, and that is very important to me. I have my own relationship with God, and I rely on that heavily on a daily basis. On a daily basis, I try to find God's will and for me, and try to act accordingly, and plan my life accordingly as well. So that's that. Uh, uh, I do, of course, pray to God in you know in a lot of matters. I seek God's help. I am also uh, uh, constantly and continuously grateful to God for everything that He has given to me. So that for my faith. But since I was born and raised in Middle East, I know a little bit about Islam. I of course have read the entire Quran. I can understand Arabic. I used to be able to speak Arabic. Now I lost it. Arabic is not my first language. I was born and raised in Iran, so Farsi, was our first language. But they taught us Arabic in the school because of Quran. At some point, I would say in 11th grade, we were pretty good at it. I think I could speak. But since nobody uses Arabic in Iran, and you rarely find anyone who can speak Arabic. Uh, but I can read Arabic. I could understand it, particularly if it's spoken a little slower. Uh, that's that. And as I said, I have read Quran in Farsi. Uh, I have read a good portion of Bible as well. I would say particularly the Old Testament, uh, and I know a good portion of New Testament as well. I have a Bible and I read it now, occasionally. And of course, since my wife is Catholic, we go to the church over here. I attend sometimes, maybe once a month. I go with them with the kids to meet the people, and of course we have a lot of friends from the parish over here. We hang out a lot on a weekly basis, I would say. Uh, so I'm familiar with the readings that they read in the Catholic Church and from the Gospel and other readings. Uh, so that's that. Uh, so now that being said, uh, just a couple of things, important points about Islam and what Muslims believe when it comes to their prophets. So Muslims, they believe that God sent 124,000 prophets, and they have particularly five high prophets. And these five high prophets would be Muhammad, of course, and Jesus, Moses, Noah, and Abraham. and they believe all of these five, they have books, their own books, and they very highly respect these prophets. They you know keep all of them. Uh, you know, they maintain all of them as holy figures in their religion, and excuse me, and you absolutely cannot offend any of these prophets, of course, in any of the Islamic countries. Uh, uh, Jesus, of course, is mentioned quite often in Quran, and Noah, Moses is also the entire story of Moses is in Quran. A lot of the stories that are there in the Old Testament are repeated in Quran. I believe Joseph and Jacob's story is also there, but they are there in a shorter version. Quran is shorter than Bible and Old Testament, so they are there in a shorter, in a shorter form. Uh, uh, if you know Arabic, uh, Quran reads, uh, beautifully. It's a beautiful text if you know Arabic. If you can read in Arabic, if you don't know, you can't appreciate it. So that's one reason that Islam is practiced. Uh, I would say fully, or more so in Arab countries than non-Arab countries. They can appreciate Quran just because they know Arabic. So that's that. There are parts of Quran that are very deep. Those parts are not covered in Western media. Of course, in West, it appears to me that has been now to lesser extent. It has been over past few decades propaganda or against Islam in general. The prominent parts of Quran that people know over here is the part that you can have four wives and that kind of things. uh, Islam, where it was introduced by Muhammad 1400 years ago, was very progressive for its time and for that society. I would say for any society at that time. In Arab nations at that time, women, they did not have any rights. Islam provided women with rights to, with different rights, particularly right to inherit, right to inheritance, uh, and uh, they had in their culture at that time that they would basically bury uh, female newborns alive. That was part of their culture. I hear that even to this day, in some parts of the world, that culture is ongoing. But in any case, at that time, in some Arab parts, they had that culture, and of course, Islam, outlawed that, very in a very strict way. In any case, Islam was very progressive when it was introduced. Uh, and it attracted a lot of people, of course. So that's that. Uh, now, now a little bit about Jesus and Mary. Uh, Mary is the only woman who is mentioned by name in Quran. Now, Quran has 114 sections. Some of them are very short. They are only 4 or 5 verses, and some of them are longer. Uh, so uh, there, there are few women who are pointed out in Quran, but no one is mentioned by name except Mary. Not only that, but also Mary has a section. There is a section in Quran that is titled Mary. Okay, so that should tell you how revered Mary is among Muslims. In few or some of the in some of the Muslim countries, so in Muslim countries, when they uh, uh, when they marry, when under they make a no, they put down a tablecloth, and on that cloth in front of bride and groom, they they decorate that tablecloth with different items. Each item symbolizes a certain virtue, a certain character that they pray for to stay in that marriage. They also, of course, have Quran, and usually they have it sometimes closed and sometimes open. When they have it open, a lot of times they open it to that section on Mary, because that section, they think of Mary as as a holy and pure person, and is very highly revered in Islam, and uh, it is said that Muhammad once told his daughter Fatima uh, that in heaven, uh, you are the most revered after Mary. Okay, that's kind of a common knowledge in the Muslim world. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's that. If you go to Muslim countries, you will see different buildings, not only churches. Of course, there are churches, but you will also see different buildings, or different establishments uh, based on Jesus and Mary's story. For example, in Iran, I believe I was watching a YouTube video. They recently built a subway station dedicated to Mary and Jesus. So you will see these, in these countries, as I said, because Jesus and Mary are highly revered in these countries, and so that's that. Uh, and Our Lady of Fatima, I'm sure you're familiar with it. In Portugal, is highly visited by Muslims as a pilgrimage place, and you know uh, the house that Mary lived after Jesus, was crucified, uh, is in Turkey, is in Ephesus. They call it Ephes, and the area they call it Maryam. Mary, they call her Maryam in Arabic, and that house in Turkey, of course, is visited by a lot of Christian, particularly Catholic pilgrims. So there's a lot in common in terms of at least personalities, you know, involved in Islam, Christianity, and also Judaism. Okay, Judaism, as I said, Moses is also revered as a high prophet. In Islam, every Muslim kid is very familiar with Moses' story, Pharaoh's Moses' story, with Jesus' story, Mary's story. Noah's Ark. Every Muslim kid, they know that the story very well. All of that is taught in basically elementary school. All of this is taught in elementary school in Muslim countries. So and same thing for Abraham. They're familiar with Abraham and Hagar and Sarah and all that. Just wanted to point that out. But somehow people always like to focus on the differences rather the commonalities. All right. Anyways, you guys have a good day.